Hey guys, this is Derek from DMS Tech Review. Sorry about the lack of videos lately. Hasn't been much for me to review and I've been busy with school. But I'm back today. I hope to be making a video at least once a week of reviewing something or even just talking about tech news or something like that. So anyway, this is my first look / really quick review of the HP Tm2t. Just bought it about 2 weeks ago, and it took them about a week to build it and a week to ship it to me. I bought it mainly for school purposes, for taking notes. Beats the hell out of carrying an actual notebook with you because you have a full-fledged computer, and the note-taking software is pretty great. I'm using OneNote 2007. So the first thing you'll notice is the lid and the whole body of the laptop, especially on the top here, is brushed aluminum. The only thing I don't like about it is this design that they saw fit to put on top of it. I think it probably would have looked better if it was just totally brushed on the top, brushed aluminum on the top, but yeah, they're known for sticking designs on their laptops, so it doesn't seem like they're going to stop anytime soon. On the outside of the device we have the fingerprint reader here on the screen. It's not showing up well, but you'll see it right here with the little logo. The power button. And the power button, you have to slide it to the left to turn it on. And it's initially, unless you have to kind of have a fingernail to grab it up here. Otherwise, you're going to be pulling on this little. The power of the LED is a little bit. It's raised just a little bit, and if you can get a hold of it, you can drag it to the side, but it is a little tough to turn it on if you're not used to it. We have a Wi-Fi on and off button here. There's also one on the keyboard, which I'll show you. We have a screen orientation button right here. The memory card reader. I believe it supports 5 different kinds of cards. It says SDMS, Pro, MMC, and XD. 2 USBs on this side, and the power plug port, whatever you want to call it. Kensington lock on the back. VGA out, and underneath this flap is an Ethernet port right here. Why they put it underneath a little flap, I don't know. The only reason I can think of is maybe to keep dust out, but then using that logic, why didn't they put it on the rest of the ports? I don't know. But going around to the other side, we have the fan vent back here. It's built onto the little foot area here. Cools really well. I've had a hard time getting it to get hot. The only time I've done that so far is doing a lot of web browsing, a lot of music playing with Zune, and watching videos at the same time. You'll then notice it gets hot, but otherwise it actually runs really cool. So that's good. We have an HDMI port, another USB, a dual input-output audio jack, hard drive indicator light right here. It's this little thing right here, and the slot for the pen. The pen is a Wacom digitizer, branded with the Hewlett Packard logo. It's really nice. This is the first time I've actually had a tablet PC. Not the first time I've had a touchscreen. I've had my touchscreen with my iPhone for a while, but this is the first time I've actually used a pen on a touchscreen, and it's been a really pretty neat experience to see that. It's really good with recognizing handwriting. If you're writing stuff in to fill stuff in, when you're taking notes, it looks exactly like my handwriting when I would write it on a regular notebook. So it's got the tip of the pen, obviously. It's got an eraser, which is, I believe it's pressure sensitive. In OneNote, all you got to do is really just go rub around where you want to erase stuff, and it just goes away. But we also have this little button on here. It does several different things. When you want to right click stuff, you could just hold it down, wait for that little spin thing to come up, and then to right click. But if you hit this, it will also right click without having to wait for that. In OneNote, it switches what the pen does. Instead of writing, you'll be able to select things on the screen, move them around, and do all sorts of different things. I haven't figured out all the different functions of that yet, but so anyway, back to the device. Go ahead and open it up, and we have the chiclet style keyboard. Not a real big fan of this type because the buttons are pretty low. I'm more of a fan of the MacBook ones, but can't complain because I really won't be using the keyboard on this much anyway. I've been messing around with the touchscreen keyboard and stuff like that. So trackpad, don't really like it. I like dedicated buttons, and I know they are dedicated, but I mean raised buttons. I have a tendency to be scrolling around and I'll end up on a button, and it just bothers me. I mean, I know it still works, the mouse will work if you're down here, but I don't know, it's just a pet peeve of mine. Continuing the look with the brushed aluminum, they stuck this design right down here. Again, not a personal favorite thing of mine, but it seems they're hell-bent on sticking all kinds of designs on every one of their laptops. So this one comes, this particular model, TM2s, come with several different options for the processor. There's two i3s and there's the i5. When you get the i5, it comes with the ATI Mobility Radeon 5450, pardon that. And this comes with Windows 7 Home Premium. There's an option to upgrade to Professional. The Core i5 is 1.33 gigahertz. It can turbo boost to 1.86. And of course, the screen rotates. Only goes one way, this way. And it'll lock. There's these little tabs right here that lock into up here on the screen to prevent it from shifting around. And when it flips the tablet, you'll see it's upside down right now. Well, when it locks in, you have to give it a couple seconds, but it should, you know what, it's only going to flip around if I log in, so there it goes. And of course the rotation lock button, which is over here. If you hit it, you can rotate it. There is the webcam up on top up here, and there's also dual microphones right there. You may be able to see the holes. I'm not sure, but they're there. And two on the speakers, speaker front, they are down here right on the bottom. They're mounted to the screen. They're pretty good sound quality. That seemed to be the one complaint that people had about this laptop, was poor sound quality. They seem fine to me. I don't know if I have an updated model or something, but they're not particularly high quality. They're not going to be. They're just little tiny. I mean, they have to be tiny to fit in here. So, but they work well for me. And if you're not satisfied, you can obviously just dig out a pair of headphones and pop it in the jack over here. So that's the real quick look and review. I'll have a more in-depth review in the coming, probably in about 2 weeks or so, once I really get a feel for it, and I'm able to really show you the features pretty well. So that's it for now. Stay tuned, rate, comment, subscribe if you wish. I'd really appreciate it. So stay tuned.